Hello everyone, Keith here, and on today's episode of Tech Lab, we are going to be looking at the MSI GE62 laptop today. Let's get started. Hello everybody, Keith here, and welcome back for another episode of Tech Lab, the show where we talk about anything and everything tech-centric. So, this episode, I thought it'd be a good idea to take a look at the MSI GE62, a laptop that I basically have been using since 2017, and while it's had a pretty solid life to it, it's definitely had a pretty rough go of things. So, before we actually get into any opinions, let's go ahead and go over the specs really quickly. Okay, so when it comes to specs, the GE62 has about what you would expect for the period that was the mid-2010s. For the CPU, you have a 6th gen Intel Core i7-67HQ processor. The OS on board, for me at least, was Windows 10 Home, later updated to Windows 10 Pro. The chipset is the Intel HM170. When it comes to memory, you have DDR4 at 2133 MHz, utilizing 2 slots, with a maximum of 32 GB. The display for the laptop is 15.6 inches, Full HD, and uses an IPS level panel. As far as graphics go, you have the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 970M. The graphics VRAM is 30 GB of GDDR5. When it comes to storage, you are mixed with one 2.5-inch hard drive in the 1 TB variation, and one 150-something gigabyte NVMe M.2 drive in PCIe Gen 3 as a SATA/SSD combo. The optical drive, which no longer works, is a Blu-ray drive/DVD Super Multi-Drive. As far as audio is concerned, you have sound by Dynaudio with Soundwoofer, exclusive audio boost technology, and the Nomic and Audio Enhancer program. The webcam in this situation is a 30 FPS 720p webcam that gets the job done, but honestly, there's a reason why I switched over to the SR300 webcam. Their card reader does still work and is a SD card that reads HC and XC as well. The Ethernet is the Killer E2400 gigabit Ethernet with Killer Shield. The wireless LAN is 802.11 AC. The Bluetooth is Bluetooth 4.0. It has one HDMI port with 4K 30Hz output, one USB 2 port, 2 USB 3 ports, and one USB 3.1 Type-C port. It also has one mini DisplayPort version 1.2, one microphone in-out, but I never really managed to get it to work properly. The keyboard is a full-color backlit SteelSeries. It comes with a 150-watt AC adapter that feels very solid and will hurt you if you accidentally drop it. As far as the battery goes, the battery is 6 cell, but out of the whole time that I've actually had this thing, it's definitely dropped from the 8 hours that it used to have all the way down to a measly couple of minutes. Yeah, oh well. The dimensions for the laptop overall are 383 by 260 by 27 through 29 millimeters, I guess. And the weight is 24 kilograms or 5 pounds for us here in the US. So, now that we've actually gone over the specs of the thing, what about my final opinions of it? Honestly, this laptop is a heavy hitter. It gets the job done, it works great. I didn't really play too much games on it, but it can handle stuff like PCXX2 or PSX2 or whatever the hell it's called. Let's just say it's a heavy hitter and it's had a really long run. And while it is going to be sad to have to eventually retire it, it has to be done because this thing is definitely running its course. It's having video card glitches that are definitely a sign that the graphics card is going out. And unfortunately, the battery can't be off the charger for more than a couple of minutes before it just ultimately craps out, and I have to continue recharging the thing. So, with that, it does look really good, and the SteelSeries keyboard does have a pretty solid lighting set to it. I never really ran into issues with bulbs going out either. If anything, I'd say they've lasted the longest on this system. And while it is upgradable, I believe I did receive the computer with 16 gigabytes of RAM on it, though I might be wrong on that. It's been way too long. But other than that, everything else seems to have been gone over. So, my final opinion is the MSI GE62 6QF is a fantastic laptop that's had a long run, and I can safely speak from experience when I say this thing has lasted a while. And ultimately, if I could get another one, you can bet I would. But for now, we're going to go ahead and bring this episode to a close. If you like what you saw, great. If you didn't, that's not so great, but thanks for watching anyways. And we'll see you all next week when we look at the EverDrive 64. Have a good one.